The two Americans, Alicia and Daniel, are newly engaged and embark together with their best friend Chris on a hiking tour through the remote Caucasian mountains of Georgia. One morning, the three meet park ranger Davey, who has them posed for a photo in front of the idyllic landscape. Chris steps on a landmine hidden in the grass with his foot. Panicked, Davey warns Chris not to take his foot off the mine or it will detonate. Davey then leaves the trio to get help, as there is no cell phone reception in the remote wilderness. As Davey watches the scene from a distant hilltop, Daniel receives a call on his cell phone. During the course of that fake phone call, he calls Alicia a whore because it turns out she slept with Chris. Daniel explains to Alicia and Chris that he is behind the action and wants revenge on them. Desperate, Alicia tries to talk sense into Daniel and help Chris. However, Daniel leaves both to their fate and disappears with Davey, who is privy to the plan. While Alicia is trying to find a way to free Chris from the landmine unharmed, the hunter Ilya comes by with his dog. At first he thinks the situation is staged and doesn't believe them. After Alicia and Chris have told him their story, Ilya realizes the hopeless situation they are in. Ilya uses this ploy to play sadistic games, in which Alicia has to undress for his help. The two realize that Ilya is shamelessly taking advantage of the situation, after which Alicia tries to escape. However, her escape attempt fails, after which she is raped by Ilya. Meanwhile, Chris, who is still standing on the mine, could use Ilya's shotgun grab and try to shoot him. However, Daniel is attacked by Ilya's dog and a shot is fired. Chris finds himself on the ground next to the still intact mine. Ilya explains to him that they were tricked by her friend, since mines detonate as soon as the fuse is triggered. In the end, Chris lies crying next to dead Alicia. A short time later, Chris is traveling alone through Georgia and asks for directions in a small town. Tanya and her daughter Lika offer to help him and invite him to dinner. While the three are eating, Tanya's husband Ilya comes home. Ilya is visibly surprised at Chris, knowing full well why Chris has visited his family. Ilya helps himself by offering to give Chris a ride in his car. In private, Ilya and Chris arrange a meeting place where they want to settle their outstanding accounts like men. That doesn't happen, however, as Chris injures Ilya's dog and uses it to gain entry back into the family home. While Tanya, Lika and Chris take care of the injured dog, Ilya comes along. Chris shoots Ilya with a revolver in both thighs. Ilya lies motionless on the sofa and Lika has to tie up her mother. Like Ilya before, Chris uses the situation to play sadistic games with Lika. The parents try desperately and pleadingly to bring Chris to his senses. The game ends in Russian roulette, where Lika dies from a shot in the head. At the end, Chris is sitting in a corner of the living room crying.